We went to the gym already today. It's gonna be a great day. I want this vlog to be the reality of showing you what it's like to be a full-time trader from a whole different state. I'm not even from Florida. This is exactly what I thought it was. These rims is hot. There's no reason I should feel any worse about myself because I understand losses are simply a tax. But in the last couple months, I've had over like $16,000 just in withdrawals from my one account. That water is violent. I love how I feel when I'm my most productive, when I'm getting everything done. What color is it? Oh, it's gray mango. Magno, my fault. But once we came to our time to trade, we simply only have to look for where the closest higher time frame gaps. Days where I'm not as motivated. There's days where I don't want to get up. There's days where I'm just not in the groove. But guess what? Not every day is going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be here. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another day, another video. I'm out here on the balcony. This is really kind of cold. The sun is coming out, so it's kind of warming me up. But at the end of the day, this is like kind of like a cold plunge. I came out here earlier before I started editing the video. I just got done uploading. So the video from Saturday that you guys are probably watching this video, which is on Sunday, the video from yesterday, I just got done posting. And I came out here when before the sun was up, and it was cold as shit. And it was like a cold plunge, I ain't gonna lie. Cold as shit, I started editing. It was so cold that I left my water out here because it's damn near like a fridge out here. And my laptop was literally freezing my legs through my clothes, so I had to go inside. But the video is up. We went to the gym already today. It's gonna be a great day. I want this vlog to be the reality of showing you what it's like to be a full-time trader. I just went through a whole bunch of withdrawals, so if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm about to talk about. But in the last couple months, I've had over like $16,000 just in withdrawals from my one account on Hanko Trade. It's crazy because I was just looking through all of it. Like I said, I'll show you pictures and everything, screenshots, as a matter of fact. Just to make it easier, I'll go to my story. So like I said, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because you miss a lot of stuff. You're not gonna hear it, but let me get it up. Look at this, right over here. All these withdrawals just in the last couple months. 2025 is gonna be crazy. But I was just looking at this, I'm like, damn, it's crazy how far I've come. Having all these withdrawals, they're $1,000 withdrawals at that, $1,000, $3,000, $2,000, $700, $500, because you guys know when I want to trade a lot of the time, if I'm in profit on the account, I'm taking that shit. If I'm in profit for the week, I'm taking that shit. That money I'm making, I did not get to this position to just be taking trades to try to grow my account to $1 million. No, I'm trying to pay for this life that I want to live. I'm trying to pay for the things that I want. I'm trying to pay for the experiences that I want to experience. But I'm telling you, 2025 is a year we're gonna go crazy. VIP, we're at like a 320 something members. It's crazy, bro. We've come a long way, and it's only gonna go to the top. It's not gonna be easy. There's days where I'm not as motivated. There's days where I don't want to get up. There's days where I'm just not in the groove. But guess what? Not every day is gonna be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be here. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But guess what? What makes it valuable is that most people aren't gonna be willing to do the things that we're gonna do to achieve the life that we want. So with that being said, let's have a great day. Let's have a productive day. And I'm about to show you what it's like to be an entrepreneur. But first, we gotta admire the view. Came a long way from having no views. Came a long way from being on the second floor. Came a long way from a whole different state. I'm not even from Florida. But look where we at. There's levels to this shit. Levels. Let me go inside. It's cold. All right, but as you guys know, one of the few things that I do need to get done that you guys know about is I do need to get new tires. I was just on the phone with the shop because I'm trying to get 4 tires. I can never get 4 tires. Every time I've ever got a tire, they either had 1 or 2. And even when they do have more than 1, it's never the same brand at that. So it's very off-brand ghetto, but I'm not about to pay $150, $200 per tire just because I want to go to Mercedes herself. Nah. I'm good. I'm going to get my little tires that are going to do the job, and we're going to be on our way. But like I said, I'm waiting for them to call me back so I can figure out if I'm going to be able to get more than 1 tire, because I do need to get at least 2. I want to get both right size, but like I said, it doesn't make sense to just do half. I'd rather do all of them, but if they only have 2, I'll take it. Probably going to get the car clean because that's necessary too. And then from there, not sure. We're just going to go with the flow. I have things that I do need to get done, such as go live on Instagram. The VIP session that's going to be later on tonight, but that's at 8 p.m. So I have a lot of time in between now. Then the gym's already done. The content for the day's uploaded. I think I'm going to get some content in terms of reels, in terms of Instagram content. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll keep you updated when these people call me back whenever they do. So yeah, let's see what happens. Right now I'm sitting inside the car. My girlfriend's grabbing Starbucks that she just ordered. But we're about to go to a store. No, we're going to go look at some cars. We're going to go car shopping. Not going to get nothing today, likely. Shit, I mean, I don't think I'm getting nothing today, but I'm about to go to Mercedes. I'm gonna see what they got over there, see what kind of cars they're working with, just kind of see what the options are looking like, because this car is getting up, it's around that time. The time is almost there. The time is almost there. But I just realized there's a nightclub that's by my crib. I looking at it for the first time. First time seeing it like face to face. I always thought it was this corner building, but it's actually right. Oh, there's two nightclubs. That makes more sense. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna see you in a little bit. Just want to update you, but I gotta get this whatever the drink she about to get, and yeah, it's cold as shit. So I'm putting my hands in my pocket. Now yeah, we just got to Mercedes and they got like a water leak over there. Okay. But we about to see what cars they got over here. Like, it's cool that they got the 63. The C63 is cool, but this is 60K miles. Too many. We gotta look at these, bruh. This looks like a C300. Is that what? You like that one? Yeah. Yeah, that's like the smaller. That's the CLI. Like, this is a C. No, this is a S class. I like a S class, but I want some sound and some noise. Like over there. I like the front of that one. That one looks like the front of a GT. This is exactly what I thought it was. What is this, the 53? Oh, this is a GT 43. 2022. This ain't bad though. This is my type of vibe. It's not the 53 though. GT 43. But you like the black? It's dirty as shit. What color is it? Oh, it's gray mango. Magno, my fault. They don't got the price, but this one's only 32,000 miles. This one's not as bad. It's a 43 though. I wanted a 53, but I like the color and the spec, like even the tires and everything. It's a nice John, but I definitely would like this in a, damn, these rims is hot. Yeah, this one, this isn't a Maybach. It has, nah, it's not Maybach. It has like the seats. It looks like it's probably an S class, that's why. Yeah, it's a S580. Nah, we drove it. We drove the red one. Maybe. What's this, a 43? Is it? This one, the one we drove was 2024.
So they don't piss me off.
Does it have a sign? 2024, yeah. This is the same one we drove, yeah. We drove this one. How much they sold for it? Because it was low miles. Like, especially with the back, this is
I'll take that as my mom's car.
This isn't a bad car. Like, it's not the GLE. It's a little bit smaller. But this is a cool little John. It's a mean car. It's mean. Bless him. That water is wildin'. This is the GLE. This is the big body of it. Alright, I think that's enough looking for now. It's cold as shit. Alright, team. So, my microphone is dying, as you can see, but we're about to have this VIP call. I'm about to get it started. We're going to be going specifically over just getting over the dark side of overall reality, the dark side of trading, getting over the struggles of life, getting over those drawdown periods, getting over those humps in the road, because they are guaranteed going to happen. Trust me, they happen. They happen to me. They're going to happen to you. The main thing is understanding that the most successful people are going to understand how to get out of it. And it's not a complicated thing. It's simple things. So we're going to go over it right now with VIP. So let's get straight to it. No, the job ain't finished. It may be the weekend, but there's no time to relax. It's going to be getting out of the slumps, because the slumps are going to happen. Anybody that's traded. But like I said, one thing I'll say about trading, it'll teach you a lot in terms of, like I said, the going up. But that also shows you a lot about life, because I don't know how long a lot of you have been trading. I don't know if it's just me. There's been certain things that I've learned in terms of concepts, in terms of the discipline, in terms of what it takes for me to try and kind of change from being one type of person to another type of person in trading. And I've learned that is also beneficial in life also, because like I said, I've done multiple different businesses, YouTube, trading. I've tried drop shipping before, but I never made money with it. So I wouldn't even classify I did it. Every single business is going to have its down periods. And even think about in terms of the economy. There's going to be certain periods. There's going to be periods where you're doing hot. There's going to be periods where you're not doing as hot. Think about even companies such as, what are companies that are basically going bankrupt? Think about Sears. There's periods where these companies do super good. Then there's periods where they do super bad. Think about AMC. There was a period where it was doing super good, then it got really bad, and then think about that whole GameStop AMC era, and then it went super good again. There is a lot of cycles that you realize that happen. And it's not even just me. A lot of people that I look up to in terms of mentorship, in terms of people that are doing what I want to do and doing better, they say the same thing. There's like cycles to this shit. And it's one of those things where I can't quantize it. I can't really explain the cycles, but it's like a real thing. Like there's kind of cycles within life. And it's kind of the same thing within the market. Like the market is one thing, like I said, I'm able to physically see something. And the one thing I look at the market as, I think of it as human nature. Because all the market is people buying and selling based off of fear, based off of greed. It's just all billions and trillions of dollars from people, just all their emotions. And that's how I look at the market sometimes. There's no reason I should feel any worse about myself because I understand losses are simply a tax. Like losses are guaranteed going to happen. Now, say if this is a different industry, it may be different. But in trading specifically, you are guaranteed going to take losses. So the sooner you can understand that, the sooner you can understand losses, the sooner you can just teach yourself that this isn't a bad thing, the sooner you can kind of change your perspective on it, the better off you're going to be. Because like I said, the emotions are never going to go away. The emotions 100% will never go away. And especially in trading, like I said, when your money is at risk, there's always going to be emotions there. But you can control yourself 100%. Think about people in the casino. There's people that go to the casino and they're like when they first go, compared to going there for years and years, they're going to be totally different because you learn, you just adapt. We're creatures of habit. That's why I stress having a great routine, because if you stress doing the same things every single day, you're only going to get better at it. If you record every day, you're only going to get better at it. If you follow your rules every day, you're only going to get better at it. If you go to the gym every day and lift weight every day, you're only going to get stronger and get better at it. It's as simple as that. It just comes down to over time. But another thing when it comes down to getting out the slumps, look at other people that are doing what you want to do, because this is something I do specifically. All right, I just got done the call with VIP, but I'm about to hop on a one-on-one with my boy Marco. So let's answer this call. Who is he? Yo, what's up, Brody? All right, and it's the next morning, team. I'm honestly not sure where we left last off. It might have been on the one-on-one. So we had the VIP call, and then I did the one-on-one with Marco, which is one of my new students. So I had got that out the way, but it was late. It was like 10 o'clock by the time I finished that. But right now I had dropped my girlfriend off at her job. I just got out of Wawa, and now we're about to head to the crib because we got another VIP session. This video is going to be full of just education for you guys. I ain't gonna lie. We back in the groove of things. I ain't gonna lie. I love it. Like, I love how I feel when I'm my most productive, when I'm getting everything done. And I'm not gonna lie, there are days where I'm not feeling the most productive. That doesn't mean that I didn't do the work, but there's just days where you don't feel as energized. There's just days where you feel like your battery is not at 100%, is at like 85, is at like 70%. If your battery's not fully charged, if your laptop's not fully charged, if your car's not fully charged, you're not gonna have the full capabilities that you're used to. And that's kind of where I was, but I got back in the groove of things. When I was taking care of my girlfriend when she was sick, it kind of had me off my schedule for a couple days, but we back to it and I love the way I feel. But nonetheless, I'm gonna see you guys when we get to the crib for the VIP session. Let's continue giving value and changing lives, what we do on a daily basis. All right, we back in the crib, back at the workstation. We about to get everything started. So let me just kind of show you guys the behind the scenes. So usually I have multiple screens up. I have like my Safari and everything with my WAP, with everything with all my VIP recordings, my YouTube, well, everything behind there. Then the top screen, I have the left charts. Right is the chat. And then down here I have, you can see, this is going to be basically the call inside of VIP. I have that, and then I have over here, which is going to be the recording that I'm going to have recorded. So yeah, microphone, everything, camera, webcam, action. Let me see. And then we put the camera on just like these, and we make sure the camera gets that background nicely. Look at that. Good old view. But with that being said, let's get straight on into it. We're either looking for price to have a push and I have a retracement into a gap, and then from that gap, that's where we're going to be able to take our entry to continue price higher. Or I'm looking for price to have a false break of an old higher low, and then where we have that false break of the old higher low, that's going to be my entry. I'm either looking for one of these two types of moves on every single day on a daily basis. So in this case, if I'm looking for shorts, I'm either going to look for price to trade into an old gap to fall, or I'm going to look for price to trade into an old high to fall. Now, in this case, the first thing that I noticed on this day was that we had both. This 1 hour gap right up here that high of the gap and this low of the gap right here, that also had this high right here. So I'm not even going to have that. I'm going to just have it right here because this would be the part that still needs to be filled. Like I told you guys multiple times before, you know the analogy with the paintbrush. When you have a paintbrush with a lot of paint on it and you start from the top of the wall and you start going down, it's not going to be fully painted the entire way down. You're going to have to go up, right? You're going to have to fill it in because you're going to have to get more paint. It's going to be the same thing. This needed to be filled in still. Even though this gap is really all the way down here, part of it already got filled in. And the part that still needs to be filled in is all this up here. So that's where we'd be aware of. And why? Because we would want to see this high get ran. That would be able to fit. I got rid of the things, but that would be able to fit our whole thing of looking for either a false break or a trade into it for value gap. This will be both because it will be running this high plus into this trade, into this gap at what time? 9:30. Doing what? Following the overall trend, meaning bearish. So where would the ideal trade be on this day? It would have been right here. Getting in right when price ran into this old high at 9:30 with about a 50-point stop loss. The 50-point stop loss would have been above the high of the 1 hour gap. And you would have at least been looking to target from 1 to 2, or at least that previous day's low, Asian session low, or the London low. One of those would have worked, but nonetheless, the safest, I would say, like ideally, just aim for that previous day's low. That's just like a, if you want to see price continue bearish, that previous day's low is going to be what's really going to be able to tell you that, okay, this is 100% bearish now. Because once it goes for that previous day's low, it's 100% in bearish conditions. That doesn't mean it's not going to reverse. It doesn't mean it can't have a retracement. But if you run that previous day's low and you're this far away from the previous day's high, I doubt we're going to have a crazy reversal day back to the top side. But why would you have taken this trade? Let's just stay with this. For one, this is at our time to trade, which is 9:30 in the morning. That's the main thing. We already knew we were bearish, but once we came to our time to trade, we simply only have to look for where the closest higher time frame gaps and where the closest high probability highs and lows are. The high probability high and low closest to us was the previous day's low, but we ended up going higher before lower. So it doesn't matter. This low didn't get ran until we already dropped. So the next possible area would be, I would say Asian session high, but that already got ran during London. And then the closest possible old higher low would be right up here. And then the gap is, like I said, they were right within each other in what was the trend from the previous day, bearish. So that's why it was a nice trade. Like this is the trade I would have took. It just happened fast as shit. Like it happened literally at 9:30. It tapped into it for a couple seconds, like with that volume, but then it just spiked down and just kept going from there and then started consolidating. But nonetheless, like I said, 9:30 a.m. we ran above. We had a false break. I wouldn't even say this. I would just, it's not a really a high probability high. It's just we had a false break of the high, but that was also aligned with the 1 hour fair value gap. So it made it a high probability high because there was more to it besides the fact that it was just a random high, because now we have reasoning behind it also, that gap. So we had the false break of that high plus the 1 hour fair value gap, and the overall trend was bearish because the previous day was also bearish. So if we just simply follow the trend of the previous day, anticipating that I want to be on the side that has the highest percent chance of winning, then you would have been looking for the bearishness. And that's when you got a trade like this. Like this is a very nice trade. And what would this be an example of? Take a guess. We have consolidation from Asia. Price went up during New York and dropped. When you look at that, it's the day later. Ain't that some shit? Look, the same shit happened 2 days in a row. Like in reality, it doesn't look identical, but I need you guys to understand that the same shit happened. Like look, the Asian session, we consolidated going to London, and then New York had a push before eventually dropping. If we look at the day before that we literally just looked at, I would mark up the Asian session again for you. It's not perfect, but look, price had the consolidation. We broke the low, had a push up. It was a little bit more of a push up, but it just kind of was a steady push up during New York before we ended up dropping down. Consolidation, push up, drop down. The same shit 2 days in a row. It's not identical, but the main thing is, like I told you guys, you want to be able to anticipate what is going to be something that can keep happening over time. You're not going to win every trade, but you want to have something that's going to win most times the less. All right, and just like that, we got the call done. I'm going to show you guys some game and everything. So we're just going to go crazy with that. I'm about to have it uploaded for them, but this is going to be the end of this educational ass video. I ain't gonna lie. It was a little bit of a longer video, I think, but it's going to be educational. If you stood to the end, you're going to get a lot of value. And if you stood to this point, stick to the very end because you're going to have a discount code to get half off your first month of VIP. Try it out. You won't be discouraged. Trust me, you won't. But with that being said, stay safe, stay productive. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Get the free trading course if you want to learn how to trade, the free trading concepts, everything with all this, especially the stuff I just went over in the last 2 minutes of the video. That's going to be in the free trading course. So make sure you take advantage of it. But if you want access to the live sessions so you can show up to like the 20, 30 people that did this morning, join VIP. But with that being said, stay safe, stay productive, and I'll see you tomorrow.